And I also really hate that we already having these diasporas against each other with African Americans versus Caribbeans.
And I really think you need to look at the genre.
Which is unfortunate because it's Caribbean people, by the way. Which
I don't like this Caribbeans thing. Can you enlighten me on why the hell there's an S at the end?
Apparently people just illiterate.
Oh, sucks for y'all.
Sorry, guys.
Sucks for y'all.
That's not what I mean. Because you wouldn't say like, what somebody come with a perfect example? Like you wouldn't
well, we do say Americans, but then we say the Dutch or Dutchies, Spanish, Nigerians.
You don't say but it's like no.
But I never heard Caribbeans.
But Caribbeans is not a country. Caribbean is a place. Like
facts.
Even though
but for them it's Jamaica. So yeah,
I guess, but like it's not. You don't make a place plural and consider the people from there. So what going on, guys?
So what?
It's me, HadieLeonie.
And it's your girl, JojoRenée. And you are tuned into Bite the Bullet episode 40. Big 40.
4 and a 0.
4 and a 0.
40.
We left the 30s, guys. We're not dirty anymore. No. What rhymes with 40?
Morty.
Demure. Well, we reached, guys. It's been a minute since we're in the studio. Everybody been on vacation. You can see we sun-kissed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even Kristen,
wait, can't see you, but they could feel you.
They could feel the sun-kissery.
But tell us about your sun-kissing.
Yeah.
How was it? How you doing?
I'm good. We should start with that.
You look good.
Yeah, I'm good. I feel like I had my first unplugged vacation. I've been on vacation before, but this city trips. But this was
exploring. This one is more tranquil.
This was a zen unplug vacation. It was hot in Adibomba, like 36, 37, 38 degrees. We had a day it was 38 degrees.
I know you was walking around with that fan like
Jody.
Everywhere you go, you taking a peek.
Literally me.
Yeah.
I thank God for that fan. I was walking around with that fan like this the whole trip, or like this.
Yeah.
Or like this. It was bad, but it gave your girl a little.
I know you look good.
Sun kiss and glow. And I don't know. Remember it was funny? Last episode we was talking about when I go on vacation, I like to plan my outfits.
Yeah.
And I definitely did that this vacation.
I was
it just gave me joy.
You.
Yeah.
I on a detox, but Bite the Bullet, I was like, oh, Hadie.
It just gave me joy. Like, okay, what am I gonna, do?
Yeah.
This.
But I really feel like you just properly express yourself through fashion. Like when I look at your outfits, even from past episodes today, I like that your fashion is just
me.
You.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, it hits different because it's so versatile.
Yeah.
Look at me hyping you up.
I love that. Thank you.
50 Shades of Brown.
Always. And my mother feel like it's black. But I realized she's not lying.
What?
She's like, I was in black. But if you look at my closet,
yeah,
Jody, the top half is all the colors, and the bottom half
is black. But I feel like that's everybody's closet.
Yeah, I try a bit this summer with some color.
You did, and if your clothing got color, your shoes got color, or your headband got color, or something got color, your nails.
Facts.
So you're gonna find a way.
So yeah, that was the trip, and it was amazing. And I swim every day.
Yeah.
I don't find the food given in Spain.
You had paella.
Yeah, but not my kind of thing.
Yeah, I never tasted, so I wouldn't know.
But maybe we had a bad one. Apparently, we did have a bad one. But I also don't see it being my thing.
But what is it? It's just like rice and
it's like
seafood?
Yeah, but then they just apparently also bake it at the end. And then, so it's like, it's kind of, to me, it gives risotto, but then baked after with like seafood, or you can have it with meat, or you can have it mixed or whatever, and this big pot, this big thing. But I don't know, it's just not my thing. I don't like watery rice. But apparently it wasn't supposed to be as watery as the one we had. So, I don't know. But the last night, we went to this authentic Spanish place, and that was some of the best food I had in my life. But it was one of those fancy restaurants.
Yeah,
like
you dress up bougie.
But it was like, yeah, you dress up bougie, but like it was given a little village in Spain. So it was very authentic to the point where they wasn't even taking more than like 5 tables. Because like they're really serving you. And inside looks so old school. Spain.
It's like an experience beyond the food.
Yeah. But it was like, my friend had this thing where it was like, it was fries. But then they make it in like, they put oysters, shrimp, squid. And then they put like a runny fried egg on top of it. But then there's also the sauce that they make the seafood in mixed with the egg and the fries. It was the best thing I had. I know it sounds weird.
It sounds like a lot.
Amazing. Okay. And then I had the steak and then mixing all the foods.
Yo, I find that so like fundamental in our friendship.
What, food?
Mixing them, as in like whenever I go out to eat, I always be like, okay, so what you want and what I want, and what we want is the same thing, so we can half it.
They have to complement.
You know how much value that adds to my experience when eating out.
I get you.
But I love that you enjoy yourself.
I did. What about you?
What did I do? Oh, I sprained my ankle.
Yeah.
No, but I have fun. I went on a little 3-day family vacation, and we went to Antwerp, Belgium. We went to Hoogstraten. Shout out to the amazing 2 women who came up to me. It was a mother and daughter. Hoogstraten. Antilliaanse Feesten. It's at Hoogstraten something. I know it as both names, but this was maybe, I think, my 4th time. And before I would go like on the camping with my best friend at the time and her family. And it was nice to go with my family because it was different. I've never been to like a festival with just my family. Usually I with people. But it was a vibe. I saw a lot of Samatin people, of course. I saw Saba people, Station people. And other than that, I was like working. My vacation was 3 days. But I walk in every day again, touching up the trees. I ain't really hugging them now. I just hold them. Yeah, say hello. They have this Asian lady who's always on my walk path. High key, I want to get her flowers. Like, she's just so lovely.
But she always there.
And we never talk. We just make eye contact and smile. But one day I'm going to just
talk to her.
Yeah, because in my head it's like, you on this walk, do something different.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm here. I'm alive.
How was Antilliaanse Feesten?
Amazing.
A lot of people.
It gets smaller, unfortunately. I find when I used to go, the venue
this
itself.
Was your first time. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, this was my 4th time. But the venue itself gets smaller, which was a bit annoying. And the dance hall area was annoying because it was so hot. It was really in this cabin. Not cabin, but...
It was given... What do they call them?
What?
Like a real...
Sweatbox?
No, but real dance hall parties. They have a name for it.
Oh!
You know... But it was given pasa.
It was so... As soon as you go in there as a sauna, it was insane. But for the rest, it was so nice. Like I find Antilliaanse Feesten very wholesome because it's very Latin. That's for one. So you got a lot of zouk. And they had Rebels Band from Stacia. One thing, I love Rebels Band. Every time, I think every year they've been. And every year I go to see them because they just a vibe. And for the rest, who else? Kess! Oh my God! Kess was the highlight. I have not seen a show given like that in such a long time. It was so beautiful. Oh, it was so beautiful.
I feel like Cass and Marsha Montano.
Wow.
Were 2 of the best performers. Yeah.
Like, I think I was so full from that show. I was hot too. I ain't gonna lie. I was sweating up the place.
It was indoor.
No, ish. It was kind of under a tent by him. But the rest is outside. Like, the food and everything is outside, but everything else is under a tent. But his show was phenomenal.
I know.
He made my Antilliaanse Feesten. So it was really good.
That's good. I
enjoyed myself.
I never had heard, but I don't know.
Antilliaanse Feesten.
One time my colleague told me she was going, and then you told me you was going. I was like, oh, this is something. Yeah.
You never see when No. Did I used to post it? Yeah. But on Snap. This was a long time ago.
This was years ago. No.
Probably you ain't even
I
had
didn't
me.
even know about these.
Check it out.
No.
Okay, well,
But what's your song of the week? Last episode we forget it, guys. But
we remember this song. And we going to just add one, sneaky.
But we should just sneak
But mine is a song I hooked. Like, hooked. When I tell you I listen to this every day, I listen to it every day. It's called... I don't want to butcher the name, especially because I hooked it. But I think it's like Urasansa. Urasansa. From December. So Thee Sember.
THE.
Like the. But the. So instead of December, it's the.
December.
How art thou? The.
That's like how I hear somebody say it recently. It's not English. I don't speak English. I speak Outdish. But anyway.
What?
I get into it just.
Okay. But yeah, Uransaza. That's the name of the song.
But it's about kind of vibe.
It's like Afro, but Zouk almost. It's a good mix. I love it. It's a really good song. What's your song of the week?
I've been having on repeat is Ashake Worldwide.
Isn't that like the #1 album right now?
Is it?
I saw
I
a
see
thing
Spice
where
was competing. Spice album up there in the charts with like all the. I didn't listen to it yet either, but I see the headlines that her album actually competing on all the charts as like between the one I had seen was between Kanye and somebody else in her album. I was like, yeah.
I ain't see that.
I was like, Spice really out here doing the thing, but I didn't listen to it yet.
Wait, you see the interview where she said she's not a freak?
No. But who, Henry?
Wait, Madam Joyce.
Oh, I had no.
Yeah. Spice said, if you go down, you can't kiss me. She was like, oh, you think I'm a freak? I'm not a freak. I said, Spice.
You can't kiss her?
Spice.
Basically, maybe she's a little indoctrinated with the Jamaican
but
culture.
Your songs is insane. For you to be singing all of that.
But then at the same time, that's dancehall. But
facts.
they still don't give them one.
Facts. But yeah. Back to your song of the week, Worldwide.
Yeah, it have a part of the song, and then the beat just drop. Oh my God.
Oh, the name of the song is Worldwide.
The name of the song is Worldwide by Ashake.
Album name Worldwide.
But guys, like, it's a amapiano Afro song, but like, it's when the beat drops for me.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to it after this.
I'll play it after this.
I didn't listen to the album, but I see that album booming. So I need to listen to it. Because it's also on my Spotify. And I save it.
But yeah, Worldwide, there was the Olympics.
I like how you talking about Worldwide.
I don't know if you watch anything.
The 100-meter race. For me, I love the track and field.
Okay.
Yeah, big time. I love the gymnastics too. So I watched some of that. And that was it. I didn't even know they had basketball. Sorry, from watching the Olympics, I only know the swimming, the gymnastics, the racing.
I don't think I just always watch the basketball, but I know that it'll be there.
But I saw the Sudanese almost beat America by like 1 point.
Really? I didn't see that game. I didn't see the last game.
That was a big thing because they checking like these boys from Sudan who don't even have indoor training come and they almost beat America.
I feel like, but you see the Nike commercial?
What?
When Nike was like, every year, people gather around the world. There was the WNBA Olympics, so for the women, basketball thing, to compete to become second place.
The shade. I love Nike for that, though.
And everybody was like, you see, this is why they hate us as a country.
Yeah.
But like, because I think maybe they went into that game thinking, of course, they're going to beat Sudan.
But they always do that.
I don't think they give the like full 100% effort in that game.
No, I think Sudan just good.
Really?
You had all of the big players on that. Even if they didn't give their 100%, they still like booming.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I would want to go watch back that game.
We should watch it.
Okay. But I always like the anything running.
Hands down.
I like to see how far and how high people could jump.
Yeah, I understand. Right? All the hurdles.
Yeah.
Oh, you see that video? What video? With the Olympian long jump and her husband. When she proposed to him? Well, they're already married, no? Oh yeah, you said husband. Sorry, I see some video with some Olympian she win and then she went and go propose to her man. Like,
yes, but then you know so weird. I was listening to a podcast a couple months ago and somebody was like, they hate when things like that happen because this is your moment. Like,
that's where I was like, he should be getting on his knees.
No, not even.
True, because then it's still,
have her moment and take her medal. Wait till you get back to the hotel room and propose.
Because in my head, I was like, you just win a whole medal. Like, yeah.
Bask in that for a second. Yeah. And that's where it's like, you see, that's the whole conversation with people that say, like, you know, wedding is, your marriage is such a big thing. Because I feel like the gold medal is a more flex. But that's me personally.
So you feel like a medal's more flex than a ring. I hear you.
Which is why I wanted to say before I even get into the Olympics, like, you know, like, shout out, I want to give all them applause. Because you know what it is to train to become an Olympian?
Like, your body doing things our body could never. Like, it probably could, but nah.
I think if in another life I had to choose, I wish I had the discipline to become like a professional athlete like that.
100%.
What it does do to become that, and then I just be like, well, I guess it's a couple weeks. But still, like, a lot of them be training their whole life for that.
From small.
From small.
So your body grows in the way in which, like, you train it in that sense, whereas you define human capabilities to a level I think is insane.
And then you're going to share that with your husband. Sorry.
I understand.
Sorry.
I understand.
I just really wanted to give them their props. And what I had really liked about this Olympics, and I think the world don't give us our props, was niggas was in Paris.
Yeah.
Like, black people just always dominate the Olympics. Come on. And I feel like it was beautiful to see a lot of TikToks of people showing their little children. Like, and it was all kind of people, white people, black people, showing the little children, all the great athletes, even like Simone Biles. And like them admiring them, because I don't feel like we had that growing up.
No.
They had a couple ones.
But not like how it is now, like even the podium for the gymnastics thing where you only had black women on the podium. That you could see the tears in their eyes and you know where it's coming from, because not only the fact that we won, but we won.
We won. I feel like we dominate the Olympics. Come on.
Yeah.
But
big up St. Lucia for winning their first medal.
St. Lucia got it first,
Alfred.
and Dominica.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Dominica people them.
And it's their first medal. And the funny thing is their first medal is a gold medal.
It gold.
I think that's beautiful.
Them and Dominica, I think.
Yeah. But it's unfortunate how much criticism they just get in the Olympics. Especially like, when was it? Last year? Simone Biles like drop out because she did a hard flip. And she realized she wasn't really there. And they have these...
Oh, I remember
They have a term called the spins or something in gymnastics where you're not there. Like, your body and your brain is not aligning. And for her, she was like, she's not going to go further. So she left. And everybody was coming for her.
It was her and Sha'Carri, no? I think they also had a thing that Sha'Carri had just dropped out of. You know Sha'Carri?
Yeah, no, but she lost.
This year?
No, as in, I don't think she dropped out. She just lost.
Something where she wasn't qualified too, though.
Exactly, because she didn't be, like, the two first people who pass, they go on to the finals or whatever, like, automatically. And then, depending on the different trials that are going on at the same time, because it's not always the same country or something like that. I don't know the ins and out. Then you'll know based on who else get a higher or lower time than you, if you will also proceed. And I think something that happened to her, it was when she was wearing her blonde wig. I go off of the hairstyle. But
was funny.
She
but
ran.
I distract you with this.
No, it's okay. She ran, and I don't think she qualified. And for her, that was a big thing because like everybody was rooting for her. And then she sat out one of them, but I don't remember fully.
Yeah.
But then she came back and she killed it. She even took off the wig she was wearing. She was like, "Yeah, this is a brand new."
Because she did that this year too.
I think I don't know.
Maybe that's her thing.
Probably.
But we were saying Simone Biles. Like mentally she wasn't there and I'd say she wasn't gonna do it. I remember that.
Yeah, and then everybody was coming for her because they were saying like you had people back then doing these tricks with an injury or just pushing themselves to their limits just to win. And for me in my head I was like, okay, but that's not right.
What I got doing me though?
Exactly. But I also feel like everybody feel that you as an athlete, you already have that much pressure and you carrying basically for her the United States, and they expect you to just do whatever you need to do to win without taking into account that you also a human, even though you're doing stuff that's like beyond human, basically. Whatever. But yeah, so I feel that was a bit intense, but I also feel like that continued throughout just the Olympics.
I find it's crazy how sometimes people don't realize that like, yes, they're doing something that's already out of this world, but it's just like showing up to a job. Like some days we really don't have it mentally to check into what we're doing, and then imagine having to do that where you have to literally put all of your body into what you're doing and fling yourself around some sticks, and
you could die. Like it's dangerous. That's what people don't realize. If she mess up on a thing, she could actually die.
I had seen one where it wasn't her. What's the other one?
Sumi.
Yeah. Where she literally landed her whole stomach. And I was like, imagine that could have gone the whole other way. Like you never know.
But if you was a gym in the Olympics, what would you be doing?
I was gonna make a joke and say breakdancing, but
You do the kangaroo?
No, pause. We gotta get into that just now. I think I would. The thing is, I like watching gymnastics, but I know myself and my anxiety, I'd freak out having to do those kind of
in
flips.
mid-air, you like, yeah.
Or before I even like do the jump. I think I would have to do running. Cause like I like the feeling of like, you see the moments of Chicago who was like running and then she would like and then like look side eye to people
like
next
she was doing
to
it so
her.
effortlessly.
I think I'd
so
do
too.
that, you know, because then also it's still a lot of effort.
For me, I would do running or swimming.
I was gonna say that's the last sport I also really love, that I don't know people know that I love
You
swimming.
ain't see the girl, sorry people, I really bad at names, but she was like 20 seconds ahead of everybody. It was insane. Haiti, Britain. She basically, you see the camera does just be centered. You see her swimming, you thinking she's swimming alone. There's nobody there, and then you start seeing people come. It was insane.
I love that for her.
I don't think people realize how crazy of like a skill that is that you mastered to be able to just beat people by 20 seconds or 10 seconds, however many seconds.
That's crazy. Huh? Maybe not. She said it might not be Britain, but I also really love swimming.
Somebody,
because that was a sport I did growing up.
Yeah,
swimming, tennis. They had tennis at the Olympics.
Yeah, because they had a girl Olympian who got really upset because the umpire called out something that wasn't right.
I also don't really remember much of Serena. Serena probably used to be in the Olympics. But you see, though it wasn't as highlighted as it was back then. And I really like this time is we were seeing the life behind the scenes because of TikTok. And all of them was just TikToking their journey, like in the village in Paris, and talking about how the food and all that.
I heard about the muffins. They had chocolate muffins that everybody was going crazy about.
That people was going crazy about. But then this girl was also talking about how the Tinder was like, because you could have set yourself to be in the Olympic Village, and she thought it would be with more athletes, but it was like more so outside people trying to
doing the same thing,
trying to see if they would see athletes on there. But I don't think athletes
on Tinder.
But imagine you finally make it to the Olympics. I ain't coming here with the notion of like I want to be on Tinder.
Facts.
Like your mind.
I ain't got time to date. I gotta run.
No, exactly. And then my friend sent me one recently where somebody make a TikTok was like, imagine Domino's was in the Olympics, like the Caribbean would take,
and then they slam the table and you have an echo throughout the whole stadium. I think that would be beautiful.
The Caribbean would take gold, silver, and bronze
hands down.
Gold. Like,
but I feel like the Caribbean does be taking it in the Olympics.
I was gonna say like you feel like, because I feel like we just dominate. Like for example, basketball, I feel like that's US thing. There's specific things where we just dominate, like Jamaica. Shout out to the Jamaicans with
Shelly
the
Yan, Elaine Thompson, Sharika Jackson.
Like they just really dominate with that, and it was good to see St. Lucia and Dominica get now too.
Yeah,
but then like there's other things where they'll be doing good with swimming too now. Jamaicans.
Really?
Yeah. And we just forgot also the country we're living in. How just forget about them?
Yeah, we won like 3 medals or something, right?
No.
How many medals we win?
I had seen a picture of it. No.
I want to see NL breakdance. I want to see NL breakdance.
The one that bring the breakdancing?
She gonna hit a frikandel.
She got fourth place. She would have been dancing for bronze.
We got 34 medals.
But how many gold?
The Holland. The
Netherlands. Okay, yeah.
The Netherlands got 15 gold, 7 silver, 12 bronze. They like the 6th best country for the Olympics.
China ain't like the best?
China was 2nd. America was the ones that get the best. They got 126 medals.
Yeah, but America always dominated.
But China and USA tie with 40 gold medals. It was first USA, then China, then Japan, then Australia, then France, then the Netherlands.
Wow.
And then Britain.
You see what the country does, what do you call it? Award the people who win the Olympics?
No.
They had like a statistics of like the different countries that they give, what it does give the Olympians who bring a medal. And they had for gold, silver, and bronze. And like China was like hundreds of thousands of dollars. The US was like in the tens of thousands, 40,000, whatever. You wanna know how much the UK was?
What?
Zilch. Nothing. Nil. Zero. Nada. No, why that
is how much points Raygun got?
a kangaroo.
Kangaroo dance, guys. That was the most ridiculous thing I ever seen.
I found it out today. Insane. I think I would have been fine if I died out seeing that.
But it was, I showed Jody the first video I see was the girl that studied the whole thing, and then she had the whole Peter Griffin sound over it. But I was just like, in general, breakdancing ain't like a black thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but then that's how I feel with a lot of things in the Olympics. That's like, it's a lot of things that we really good at. But yeah, you have to give space to the other countries that here. You gotta,
thing.
it's a worldwide thing. So I guess they have to like, they have to compete.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what's she doing? And then everybody in the comments was like, oh, the world being really mean because she's really trying to pay homage to like Australia with her kangaroo stupidness. And I think this other animal. I'm not sure. But then I was just like...
armadillo? Like from what she was doing with the twists and the turns.
It could be. But then I was just like, I would... dying. I would have rather them send like our aboriginal from Australia and then let them do... What do they call it? The haku? The haka dance. Like... That
would have been beautiful though.
That would have been beautiful. But
Yeah.
not what she was doing. You see Adele on tour?
Yeah, and then she stopped it to watch the race.
She did.
Oh.
But she also stopped it to laugh at this.
I love Adele. I love Adele. Adele is Adele.
Adele is
But she stopped her show to watch the finals for the women's 100 meter.
Oh, and everybody was just watching on the screen.
And she was for Shakari.
Oh.
Too bad Alfred pull up checking like nope.
Oh,
but yeah,
you see?
it was still, everybody was still happy though.
Yeah.
But she stopped her show
to like
put the kangaroo
not
lady.
to put it on, but to ask everybody like,
What
is it just me been cracking up the past few minutes with my friends, or have all of y'all see this and been laughing? Because like, what the fuck she was doing?
What is she doing?
What is she doing?
I feel like you and Adele would be really good friends.
Why?
Like,
Why
you would
think
just laugh at people.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
and
are you would share videos back and forth, and you be in a corner just the whole time. Adele would be in the UK, you be here doing that.
Facts. Laughing.
In a corner.
Yeah. But I was just like, and it's so crazy to me because people really been fighting hard and they feel like we being mean with this.
Guys, if it sounds like a dog, walks like a dog, is a dog. That video was stupid. As in, like, breakdancing. We seen breakdancing. That's like somebody going on American Idol and they can't sing, but you're checking like you need to be nice.
But it was the standard in our country, and I know they have black people there. You tell me nobody else could have compete for the breakdance.
They all in the kangaroo pouch.
I guess. But then it just made me realize, like, it's so funny. I was thinking the other day, literally. Sorry, my interest.
The fact that you going in a low voice have me like, what's she gonna say?
Because I was thinking on the fact that, like, I guess she represented what Australia means now, or how it looks now. But I was thinking on, like, what do you mean?
If she did a spider, I would understand.
I mean, that's what I was thinking on. Because I was like, a lot of people don't know, like, Australia was a penal, you call that?
Penal island?
Not penal island. A penal something. What you just call that?
Kristen, you probably know.
Like not plugged in, but basically a place where they send all the prisoners.
Yeah, but I want to know the term penal colony. So like the UK they had overcrowded jails, so then they would send the prisoners to Australia, and that's how they end up colonizing Australia.
Okay.
And so basically there was already a lot of like Aboriginals there. So I was thinking recently, I was like, imagine you come out of jail and you free, and you see a bunch of fucking spiders and kangaroos and snakes.
Yo, I will go back in jail. I'll be like, lock me up. I murdered a spider. Like,
are
lock
you
me
send
up.
them Australia?
Yeah. But that
is
makes
wild.
I would send my prisoner, like, say if somebody do something
That's
crazy,
true.
I send you Australia. You know how
Australia?
many species of spiders they got over there?
I know.
You would never, like, guys, I want to travel the world. You would never catch me in Australia unless you put me in them bubbles, hamster
you would
bubbles.
really never go to Australia. I've been thinking
If you
about this
put me in a
recently.
hamster bubble, Haiti,
You think it's that bad?
Haiti is bad because it's not a case of like the poisonous spiders. They're huge. They are the size of your hand. They have a spider called the Kano spider or something. It is humongous and they furry. I could deal with them stick spiders being that big. Honestly, a little stick cool tin. But you have a spider that's the size of like a crab. Okay, I'm exaggerating.
I don't think it's the
borderline.
spiders for me. It would be the snakes.
I don't mind the snakes. Yeah, I don't mind the snake.
You
It's
don't, Jody.
in I hold a boa.
We
Like I'm
talking
not
about,
scared
like,
of snakes as much as I know, but we talking about spiders.
I feel like that's less creepy.
No, they make me want to throw up.
I feel like I could like.
No, I watch it and I gag.
Caribbean parents.
Yeah. Fit it. Lord, the table ain't do you nothing. But it's the flick. You gotta.
Yeah, I did that last time.
Nah.
I fell to a spider, but I was just like, do you count it up with a snake?
Kick it. Fling it. It'll fly.
I see a video where they had one stuck in the roof, and Jody, that was anaconda level of
You
snake.
see the video where the mother was like cradling her baby and a whole snake was coming in the house and she didn't realize it?
And how big the snake was?
Like anaconda size snake.
In
But you see, that's the
Australia.
thing. I feel like I could run from a snake.
You could run from a spider.
Yeah, but then you're not going to see it and then that's the scarier part.
What is faster, a spider or a snake?
If the spider big and the Kano spider, they say does jump. It does like spring off of its surface. Haiti, no way.
Snakes just do that when they're
Well,
attacking
I could
to-
see a snake quicker than I could see a spider.
Yeah, but I feel like
Wow, this is a good would you rather.
which is what we should get into.
Yeah,
We're gonna
facts,
pause this conversation.
facts. We can't pause this conversation.
No.
I need to get it out of my system. I will never, ever, ever go to Australia because of the spiders.
But spiders is like your biggest
Yes.
thing.
Next to
Okay.
cockroaches that fly. But you know what it is? Guys, it's not a case of like I scared a spider gonna kill me. They disgust me. I see a spider and I want to throw up by yak.
Really?
I don't know what it is. They make my blood crawl. They make me want to peel off my skin with a tweezers. That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is.
That's really bad.
I feel sorry for my man, but
I mean,
it's the
where would
big
you be
one.
living?
Now I am facing my fears.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I go to the zoo, say if I see them, I just look them in the eyes and just really watch them to try to get over it. But you know.
I think because I grew up, this is not weird. I grew up with a lot of tarantulas. Because like when my parents,
You have tarantulas in Assam?
the thing is, when they had buy the house, it
Yeah.
was right after a hurricane. We had Lenny in 1999.
Oh, I remember Lenny.
99, and then they buy the house in 2000, and it was damaged from the hurricane. And I think for a while a bunch of insects just settled in the house, so then when we moved in we had a long time of like having to deal with different insects.
I would die.
So like cockroaches, centipedes, but tarantulas. And I know my brother going to exactly what I talk. Oh, all my brothers going to exactly what I talking about.
Like furry fat.
Furry black tarantulas. So I feel like they don't creep me out as much as they would the average person, because I used to see them, but then at a certain
I
point,
understand.
my mother had to like fumigate the house like twice or 3 times to really get rid of everything, and then we stopped seeing them.
Yeah.
But
You made friends.
they don't creep me out. I made friends
They
with a
creep
lot
me
of
out.
insects in that house.
I guess I have the same with snakes. Because whenever we would go St. Lucia, you always see the man them on the side of the road with a boa. And we would always put it on our neck. Or in Saba, we got those little black snakes.
But those don't harm you.
They got spiders that are poisonous.
I know, but like the big ones, Jody. The
Boas.
anaconda level. I feel like it's the size for me. It's not
I hear it.
necessarily, Like
No, but you very valid in this point now.
Just keep following
Yeah.
you, like
No, but people probably gonna think I'm very irrational because
no,
the spider's
a lot of people are
tiny.
scared of spiders. Like,
No,
I
but my
couldn't-
father does watch me like I'm stupid.
Even
Like,
the
he'd be
tiny
checking-
ones?
Yeah, he'd be checking. No, I'm not scared of the tiny ones. Truly, is the big furry spiders.
I get you.
Is the hand size. Okay, now we could go to the wood.
No, I wonder if I really write with the tarantula. How do you spell that? How do you spell tarantula?
Turantula.
T what?
Turantula.
T-U-R.
Tarantula. I think. Let me show you the Kano spider.
See my brain. You said T-U-R?
Yeah. Oh, guys, I saying the wrong name for the spider because there ain't no Kano spider.
It's
Australian.
T-A-R, guys.
Oh shit, tarantula.
Yeah, I grew up with a lot of these. I feel like the camera.
But
cannot see
Haiti. These are the spiders that are in Australia, though.
Yeah, but it don't creep me out. I'd just be like,
I can't.
and I know they could jump. They could probably, you find out the real name of them?
But also, I can't draw a huntsman spider. I can't. But there's a spider that's similar to Kano or something. I know I saw it, but I just can't kill something that big either. I don't know.
Maybe I'm not really grasping the size. You're talking like.
I'm talking like your hand. I am talking your hand.
That is still nothing. If you're talking about like a snake,
I know your snake is your leg. That's why. No, but that's why I say it makes sense about your fear of snakes, but still.
Yeah.
An elephant is bigger than a spider, but I like an elephant more than a spider.
Or something. Sorry.
No, but that's why though, because you ain't see snakes like that.
I've seen like some people have pets as snakes. I remember this girl, St. Martin, she had a pet as snake.
Like the red and white one?
No, I think it was yellow and white. But like.
But those are nice.
Okay.
You talking like nah.
No.
Which I understand because I have that with spiders.
But go into your would you rather before I go on what I wanted to say
because I having PTSD too, my brain hurting. Would you rather have 200 fingers or 200 toes? No, it's not 200, it's 20.
20.
Would you rather have 20 fingers or 20 toes?
20 fingers.
Why?
What shoe? I already can't find shoes.
What
shoe going to fit me? And then imagine my level of like the way I would be proficient at work.
Yeah. I would want 20 fingers so I could do my nails. I would have a different design on every finger.
You could do that now with 10.
I know, but 20 gives you more like leeway. I can make a whole message.
Instagram sliders.
Yeah,
But 20 pictures now.
Yeah, you could put 20.
This one nasty too, but I could pick my ear and pick my nose and rub my eye and fix my eyebrow and scratch my chin.
You could do a lot with 20 fingers.
Honestly though. How I figure that out as soon? PG-13.
Stop. Sorry, family.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also just thinking like imagine my proficiency at work if I need to type a letter or like, cause this is one hand, and then this is the other hand. Like, I
you gonna give AI a run for their money?
Done fast, right?
Okay,
That's
I
what I
like
was
that.
thinking of.
That was quite an easy one too, though.
But you had to say fingers.
20 fingers for sure.
Yeah. What are you gonna
I
do
had
with
a
20
second one,
toes on each foot?
Nah.
20,
I find
20 toes on each foot, though.
Yeah. You ready for this one? Shout out Nikki for sending us this. Would you rather have eat chocolate flavored poop or poop flavored chocolate?
Whatever that tastes like chocolate.
You would rather eat chocolate flavored poop.
No,
Yeah,
really,
think
really
about
deep what
it.
you're saying. Because you're eating shit. It's just it tastes
shit.
like chocolate. But you're eating chocolate that just tastes like.
You eating shit that tastes like whoa.
Because the words in front of you just come out your ass. It just tastes like chocolate.
Yeah.
Or you could go buy chocolate in the store. It just is flavored like shit.
Yeah.
What shit tastes like?
Whatever the chocolate
Ooh.
going to taste like. I'm eating that chocolate.
That tastes like shit.
Yeah.
If it's my shit, I know mine.
I hear it. I mean, I don't hear it, but I hear it.
Because like it's like eating your placenta. Some people don't eat the placenta. So
I know my cats.
I mean, it
eat
come
her
on my
placenta.
body. Huh?
I mean, my cats eat her placenta.
But humans is also you could even like
What did I
put
boil
it,
it?
you could do
fry
that. Some
it,
people just even send it to somewhere
season
that is
it.
turning it into pills. You could do all kind of things to your placenta to eat it after because it's good for you apparently.
So,
The thing is, one, I'm not a big chocolate fan, period. So it's like,
so would you
it's like,
eat?
what am I
Would
doing?
you
What
drink
am I doing?
Kool-Aid flavored period blood or period flavored Kool-Aid blood? Wait. Wait. Would you drink Kool-Aid flavored? Yeah, period. Or
So it's Kool-Aid, but it tastes
period
like period.
flavored Kool-Aid.
I feel so. Are you gonna judge me?
Nah, man. To be honest, there's probably people who would choose your answer. I am
What,
never
taste
eating
it?
shit. There's no way.
You wouldn't know if you have.
True. Go to Dubai. But nah.
I guess yeah. I guess I'd have.
For you is if it comes from you.
If it comes from me, I'd just rather eat my shit. But like, I don't. What you were saying, like yum the chocolate, even though it tasting like shit. You're a person that like what? How the food smell matter to you?
Yeah, big time. That's for everybody though. It affects how you would eat it. Like the smell of food affects how you taste the food.
So it's like you can
But
be
they
just
didn't say it
smelling
smell like shit. They just said it tastes like shit.
I feel like you smell it.
Well, I gonna have to block my nose and yam that.
guess.
I would go sleep better knowing that I ate chocolate that tasted like shit, because I've eaten food that probably tastes like shit. You know, well, not like shit, but you know, then eating shit that tastes like chocolate. I don't care if it tastes like chocolate.
You just not
it's
want
poop
eat the
at the
shit.
end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
I get you.
That gonna make the fact that I know it's poop gonna make my stomach turn already.
But to me, it's like where they get a flavor in for the chocolate, anyways.
That is a really good question.
Yeah. So, anyways, but I get you. In a regular life, I choose the chocolate that tastes like shit. But I really
In a regular life, in your life, we want to know about your life. You choose the poop. It's okay.
I choose the poop,
Guys, let us know. Would you eat poop that tastes like chocolate or chocolate that tastes like poop? Please.
That was the one from Love Is Blind.
No, that Nikki sent us on Instagram.
But what was the one from Love Is Blind?
20 fingers or 20 toes.
Oh, I don't remember that one. There was another
He
one.
said
I thought.
it. Oh,
I think there was another one.
I didn't
have
reach
to
there.
watch back to see.
Yeah, I'm on episode like 3 or 2.
It
I ain't
probably
reached
was
there.
said by then. But what I wanted to briefly touch on, because I ain't that into it, but was just like thinking on, we're talking about Australia.
Yeah.
And,
Austria.
Australia. And like how the British used to send people there. And then like I remember like when I was going to school, because a big part of my study was we learned literally every single part of history of the UK.
Yeah.
And we had
We
to
didn't.
No, I'm talking about my college degree.
Oh, okay.
We had to learn it for Canada, Australia, the UK, and the US.
Okay.
Because that's the biggest English speaking.
Yeah.
And they had like this big test we had to take on a computer.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't pass, and like the whole, like every study in the whole country that's studying it have to take at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't get like a 5.5 or 6, you can't graduate. And so it was based on all this history and then every single grammar term that you could think of in the English language. But a big part was, it was like one of the most shittiest tests I've ever taken in my life. But what we had to study is that like they have this saying called like the sun never sets on the British Empire.
Okay.
Because at a certain point they had colonized every part of the world, no matter like what continent it was. So then I was thinking with the Australia thing, then it's kind of wild when you think on like what's going on right now, that they're really trying to get immigrants out of their country with what they're saying. But I know I taken a real deep turn down. But it was just making me think that like y'all really went into people's country, do what you want, take what you want, and now upset that a lot of these same people in your country
doing what they want.
No, literally living.
Literally.
Just existing gewoon. And y'all want them to go back. I want somebody, a lot of people to say this, but I want somebody to like make an actual TikTok and like visualize what their life would be if they get up every day and all the immigrants gone.
No, but they should also visualize what their life would be if there were never immigrants. Because the immigrants built your country. You would not be there.
Exactly.
You would have to build and you would be crying to Karen because your feet hurt.
Their ancestors wasn't building shit. Because then why did you need the Windrush for people to come and build your country?
Exactly. Because wasn't they saying like they sent a bunch of Indians to help build?
That and also Jamaicans.
Exactly. So it's a case of they channeling the anger in the wrong place. You see them royal family sitting up there on their thrones, gold it out, diamond out, and y'all here suffering in this recession and all of that. That's where you need to, think your anger. But they would never.
But I think that's what I mean. Like in a way, they don't really process exactly how much immigrants contribute to their society and their life on a basic day level. Because if you get up and you want to leave your house to go catch the tube, who you think driving them?
Thank you.
Who you think cleaning the train stations? If your parents, and that's a big one that they don't realize. A lot of them when they send, I realize in Europe, a lot of times they send their parents to old people homes, to nursing homes. And
that's insane. But no, it makes sense.
Because we're very family oriented.
Yeah.
But in the UK, apparently the main people in those places is black women. And it's like, who you think will take care of your mother, your grandmother, your grandfather, your parents? Nobody would be there to take care of them.
I think that's why the UK people so upset, because they know how inadequate they are. sorry.
I see somebody literally saying was like, really think on it. What has white people contribute to society?
Stress. Heartache.
I mean,
the pain. The torture.
But,
yeah.
But a lot of the things that we think is linked to them with science is like the real, like, I guess Abraham, who was that one? Newton?
Wasn't they say like Thomas Edison was black and he,
No.
Kristen is
Chris is like, no, but okay,
no.
So I probably got it wrong. Sorry, I don't know. I'm on a detox, but I still forget everything these days.
You're thinking about Mozart.
No, somebody who
Mozart.
created light was black, but then somebody else.
But that's what I mean. But
credit.
a lot of things that white people create, apparently a lot. Yeah.
Am I wrong? I could be wrong.
Tesla is
The light creator.
no, whatever it is.
Or Thomas Edison create the light
Are
bulb.
you talking about?
Guys, next episode will come with the facts. But
No. I need the name.
Wait. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please push the notification bell so you're notified when we upload. Okay, yeah. Are you looking at a creator who created something who was black, but then a white person took
big
credit?
name. Who his hair always fried.
Albert Einstein?
Yes. Oh my God! But they were saying like.
Yeah.
But they were saying a lot of things like black people thought of and invented, and then white people came around and just really whitewashed the history of a bunch of things.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like technically, do we really know who? Because you was like science.
Yeah.
I was like, also technically, you had slaves. They are not going to school. They didn't have the big privilege. They had to be going to school way earlier, and a lot of the schools in Europe was profiting off of the money they're making from slavery for them to be going to school and have the education to do all these things. So technically and really, if we had all start from a very equal level playing field, would they have created science? I don't think so, because I feel like they have the privilege to have gone to school to create science off of our backs.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't look at it that way, because you wouldn't have
Preach.
been able to have it if we wasn't there existing.
Hidden figures.
Exactly. So then it's like, what would y'all have, really?
It's true.
And then I'll just be like, it's wild to me that they just... But I guess in
But
general,
that's
the
the
world
thing.
just
I
really...
feel like they so... You say how I say like the Lulu and stuff. I feel like... Sorry that we coming for white people, but not really sorry.
But no.
White people have a very Delulu approach to a lot of stuff in terms of the whole entitlement thing. In terms of when somebody's inadequate, they project. You burn in the sun. Like your skin cells can't regenerate as well as melanated
That's
skin
the
cells.
level of inadequacy.
There's so much levels of inadequacy. And it's just that case of like, instead of accepting that and trying to find a way to adapt, you're going to be mad at people who's more adequate. And you're going to try to make them feel inadequate because you are projecting. That's what I feel is the case now and has always been the case. And I just feel like it plays out in different ways.
I find it just wild. And the world is becoming... I also think the world is becoming, as we were talking about earlier, like everybody just saying things with their chest because of like the social media. But I think because we're becoming way far right in a lot of countries.
It's bad now. The whole world is going to become a dictatorship. Like you have so many countries that the ruling is becoming more to the right side. Yeah. So it's a case of like, bye.
But I was listening to
Korea,
HC Pod.
looking very similar.
I finished the episode, but Chucky them was talking about it on HC Pod.
What?
That like a big thing that UK always been doing is what they put in the media. So like this whole thing that happened for a lot of people that don't know what's going on in the UK, we should have explained it from the beginning.
Sorry.
Apparently this guy unfortunately stabbed and killed 3 little girls that was white. And then a lot of different people get injured.
Was it a 17-year-old? Because I heard it was a boy.
It was a boy.
Okay.
But how the media portrayed it was like he was some Muslim immigrant
Yep.
that just came in on a boat.
Yep.
And even different specific influences, like even I think they were saying, I don't even remember his name, Andrew Tate. This was randomly like, and then this other person in the UK was like, yeah, he was Muslim. Really like focusing on that, highlighting that. And then it turned out he wasn't even an immigrant or whatever. It was just
somebody who was born there.
Yeah, but then they really portraying it in this way of like, oh yeah, and his name, just to make it very evident that he's a Muslim person. And that triggered that's what all the far right
Yeah.
riots, and they calling it protests, but it's literally riots. Because if
It's
you're going
riots.
to go into a place and try burn down a mosque
It's
with a bunch of people
lynching.
inside, and they wanted to literally lynch people from inside the mosque,
KKK, that's you?
They lynch people.
That's insane.
that is insane.
And then you had a man long time ago who killed off a black boy with a sword.
I saw that,
And nobody really spoke about
and
that.
none of this happened. Nobody had the energy to.
But that's the thing, they don't
talk
give
about that.
energy
That
to
was
highlight
me
these
this
things.
year.
Yeah, but when you have a system that's ruled by the white people, you have that where they're going to continue to push these narratives that only benefit them and only allow them to further push their agenda. And their agenda is to be superior to everybody else, even though they're so inferior.
But I think like it's wild to me because I just be like, oh, you don't feel like y'all sound like Hitler, and that's one part of history that you for some reason really take into account as y'all go through life. But like I think everybody studied the World War II at school.
Everybody.
Like a big part of World War II was the propaganda that was being pushed to brainwash people, and y'all not understanding that that's
And
the
because
same
the Jews
shit
were so
happening.
talented and Hitler was like threatened by them, basically, because they taking jobs. Yeah, it's insane.
And then he wanted to like, what do you call that? Pure the white, the Armenian, what's the race? The Aryan race, and have blonde hair and blue eyes. Like y'all sound the exact
Insane.
same. It's like the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
I just think like people a little more.
I think the level of therapy that we're going to need again is,
What do you mean?
as in people in the UK, because you was like, I did my research and a lot of people saying how now they have to stay home from jobs and whatnot because their life is in so much danger. I feel like that's something you would experience in segregation times, in you know, when they had KKK.
Literally World War
And
II
it's now
time.
happening again in
Yeah.
a time where everything is seen way more than before. So we could be seeing things that even was happening before, but we never seen. And I just think for us, we in the Netherlands, I'm not gonna lie, I feel quite safe over here, even though we have a soft level of what's happening in the UK. But for people in the UK, especially because there's a lot of predominantly black areas like London and whatnot, even going to Notting Hill, for me, I wouldn't feel safe going to Notting Hill. Like I wouldn't go there and feel like I could enjoy myself because I would be scared somebody gonna take out a knife and chop off my head. Off with your head.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. For me,
No, but I watched the Kingsman again, and they had a girl with the feet that was just slicing people.
what?
It's a movie, Kingsman. It was a British movie.
Yeah.
And like, whatever.
Okay.
She was slicing people with her feet.
Yeah.
But that's what I was envisioning, and it's just, I don't know. I just find it wild. But everybody just out here saying things with their chest, apparently.
I feel like everybody. Yeah. Sorry, I ain't gonna lie. We never really speak on Saba. I want to speak on Saba. They got this big thing on Saba, and for the Saba people listening, I know you know what I'm talking about because everybody and their mother was coming to me about it, and it's the most views on this podcast, and the views is the equivalent of Saba's population. So there was basically this girl. I'm not naming no names or anything. There was this girl who she basically was born, I think, either in the Netherlands. I'm sure it was probably the Netherlands. She lived here for like 2 years and then she went to the UK for like 2 years. And then her parents got jobs on the island. So she moved to Saba with her family. So she was probably about 9, 8. And basically she went on this podcast. This podcast is really, the focus is on highlighting Caribbean islands, especially in the Dutch Caribbean. And they really wanted to know her experience and kind of have her give other students advice for coming to the Netherlands. But I genuinely feel like that episode was hard to watch, especially as a Saban, and I know a lot of Sabans can relate, because I feel like everything we feel like we don't get respect on, she trashed. Like she started the episode with kind of saying like, you know, there's nothing to do in Saba, but in the same breath she was saying, yeah, she volunteered at the Conservation Foundation, you know, she went swimming or whatever, or she was on the head of this or that. And she would further go on to say a lot of stuff that I really feel like didn't sit right with a lot of Sabans. And I truly feel like she had a lot of valid points. And I think even speaking on your island, like if I speak on my island, I go make my points, but I also gonna highlight the benefits of my island or just kind of sandwich it. Because I feel like even in the comments on the video, they were a bit intense, but people not gonna hear you anymore if you only coming from a place of negativity. And I think how you deliver a message is really important. I feel like she could have delivered that message way better, especially in some of her cases of saying like she was on the board of a council that was mainly for teens to voice their problems. I feel like you could have highlight that and say more of like, oh yeah, we're dealing with this on the island. Let's see how we could be more proactive about it. But I knew that the interview was going to go left from the time she said she had no, like, she didn't see any need to mingle with Saba people. Yeah. So that's quite a big thing. And
you remember the person?
I know her.
Oh, okay.
I don't know her like that, but her brother was in my, I think, yeah, he was in my class for like a little bit. And also, I've seen her recently.
What was the point of having her on the podcast?
Point blank, period. I feel
no,
like...
I don't know.
I think
like,
yeah, she's somebody who just came from the island to study. So...
She just came from the island to study?
Yeah, from Saba to study here in the Netherlands.
So she's been there from 9 to now?
No. She lived on Saba for 10 years. So
Okay.
she's now 19 and now she moved to NL to further her studies. Because you know how we just dip
And where
out.
her parents from?
I think Suriname and the Netherlands.
Okay.
But yeah, a lot of the things she was saying was like along the lines of she missed the hub before going to Saba. These things threw me off because I was like, you're 9 or 8.
I don't remember what I was doing at 8.
But
I remember my birthday party.
you don't even know who you is. Who am I? Like, who am I? I know my Crayola and what I color in, but I don't know who I am.
I remember I had a Barbie cake. And that's about it.
But like for me, yeah, we was basically talking about it just on the island itself of just having people have a platform and how it could be. I think for the people on the island, and that's why I want to speak on this too, because I know Saba people does listen, but I think for the people on the island, as Sabans, we already don't feel respected from the different islands because we're small. You know, you could say a lot, but you could also say not so much because it's 5 square miles. And this was a podcast where she sat with a Carolinian to just drag Saba for a podcast that's going to be shared to Arubans, Bonarians, Sister Stations, St. Martins, all of that. So it's just a level of like having somebody else speak on your island from a place of so much negativity makes you feel like you really shouldn't give everybody a mic.
No.
But if she's listening, I do feel like, you know, you said some valid points. Let me speak to you right now. I'm not going to say your name. I do feel like you said some valid points. I just feel like you highlighted a negative that this might sound messed up, but I feel like you created. In the zin from time you say you don't see the sense in mingling with Saba people and you put Caribbean people in a box, because she also mentioned like Caribbean people are stubborn and you can't work with them. You continue to find evidence to push that narrative.
Yeah, basically.
And I feel like that's why she joined.
But in general, like, even apart from this, I was wondering, like, lately, like, I know all of our islands have its issues, but then I just wonder, like, going out there when we having these conversations, I get that we want to highlight these things and talk about them in a, like, conducive manner.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just feel like, what is the actual point of hammering on about what really going bad on the island? And I get it, because like even right now St. Martin is going through it. I can
keep my comments to myself,
you know, but I mean, like,
yeah,
at the same time, like, that's not going to add anything to the actual solution of where we're trying to go
exactly
and help the conversation in any way. I feel like sitting on there being negative is very negative. What's the word? Negative, counterproductive is the word.
Yeah.
And I rather we could sit down and talk about what needs to be done. You could be like, what you were saying, like, there's an issue. Let's talk about what all is the possibilities of what could happen. Because I was talking to somebody recently that they start a job on the island, and they were saying that, like, there's certain things that they would want to do, but then, like, certain things not going to be always possible because of funding and that. But a big part of their job going to now be, like, looking at what is possible with the means that they have. And I feel like that's the kind of conversations we should be having.
Exactly.
In a way, and I find these kind of things just
reactive.
And like, to me, it's like that's why I asked, like, what was the point of her really coming on there is to just shed light as we have a Saba on the podcast. Yeah. But that's why I feel like it's always important to vet who you're talking to. Sorry, not coming from nobody, but like, who you talking to when you're having these conversations, and then what was the actual point of the conversation? Was it to just talk about highlight what Saba is, and then if it's what Saba is, that's not it.
And even for the interviewer, if you set the intention for the conversation. The interviewer could better guide it. I feel like the interviewer did a good job, don't get me wrong, in certain cases, but I feel like she also could have guided the conversation to be more proactive. Because I feel like the intention of the conversation was for younger people who come into the Netherlands.
Okay.
And now you're going to have them thinking, I even gave my feedback. I said, you're going to reinforce to people on the island who feel like they have nothing to do, that there isn't anything to do.
Yeah.
There's stuff to do. Saba is small, but there is stuff to do. It's just not orthodox. Like when I was younger, I volunteered at a vet. You know, it's different stuff.
What you find orthodox?
Like playing football and going to the beach and I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel
like
like
sports and dance. Like we didn't have dance and stuff.
But you say you played football growing up.
Yeah, but we had that. It's just they would never last because the coaches would leave.
Okay.
Yeah, so you had to find something that would stick. With the vet, they was always there. And we did, but that's the thing. We also did really have stuff. That's why I feel like...
my sister used to make glass.
Oh, yeah. We had the glass. That's not orthodox, Hadie.
I mean,
for kids, I'm 13 glass
but she
blowing.
was just very creative. So then in my head, it was just like that's very shit to do.
But that's the thing. There's always something to do, and I just feel like it's how you view things. And I think she just came with a shut mindset. And I feel like having that mindset on your pod, talking to kids who you're trying to motivate, is just counterproductive in itself.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like you really gotta ask yourself, what is the point of the actual conversation?
Yeah,
because sitting on there, what's the reason?
Sorry,
sitting on there and like shitting on the island don't make no sense.
Nah.
So it's like, and then what does that help? Why is that important for people coming to the Netherlands with what is wrong? Like
exactly.
You know what I mean?
And now I feel like a lot of the issues, because as I mentioned, she made valid points. But now I feel like people are just so angry that they don't take the points at all.
But my point is, even those valid points, what I have to do with the general point of the podcast of people coming to the Netherlands.
It's true. We should ask them.
You get what I mean?
Yeah,
like if the episode is about students from Saba coming to the Netherlands, shouldn't the topic of conversation be what makes it hard as a Saban coming to the Netherlands rather than what is wrong with the island?
Yeah.
Which of course gonna always have valid points.
Exactly.
But what is the...
Maybe we should do like interviewing coaching or podcast coaching classes. No, but it's a good podcast. It's just that episode was just a bit.
No, I just mean specifically because then, you wouldn't want your podcast to also be part of the reason why a whole island upset.
No.
So that's why it's like you really got.
And the whole island is upset. And when I tell you, everybody on the island is butthurt about our podcast.
Exactly.
And I understand.
So it's like you also gotta take that into account. I think even us, sometimes we've been having discussions of like, as we move forward, what guests we bring on, what would be the point of them coming into our episode and stuff. And I just think
this falls in line, basically.
Same thing, technically.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes also I was wondering if like we could be a bit biased because it's like we so patriotic sometimes with our island. Like I was watching did you see the Buju?
I saw the snippet.
The snippet,
of where he said what he said.
Yeah, the Buju.
Buju?
Sorry. I've been
Buju?
saying Buju
Banton?
Yeah.
Why are you hesitating?
Because there's so many Bujus.
Yeah, true.
I was thinking on the Afro one, but funny enough, he was basically saying that Afrobeats is fucking, and he don't find it making any music to liberate Africa with what they're going through right now. Yeah. And then he asked the people, why would you ask a bunch of Black Americans? Sorry.
Facts.
Name me an Afrobeat song where they're talking about the liberation of Africa. And none of them could have think one. And then he come with Joanna.
No.
I watched it and I half watched the episode where he was like, I was thinking on Joanna. But it's like, if that's your baseline of Afrobeats.
Yeah.
Sorry. But I wanted to know what you had to think about it.
So, I understand where he's coming from. How he brought it across was like, yeah, I don't give up. But I also remember that interview where Burna Boy said Afrobeats has no substance. And I do feel like a lot of the songs have substance, but it probably goes over our head. Because for one, I could understand reggae artists. I can't understand pidgin. And a lot of Afrobeats is Nigerian. Amapiano, on the other hand, I know it's a different, but I know that Amapiano's freeing. You understand where it's like, I know they're not talking about I'm a piano, but I do feel like that has liberation in its lyrics, even though I don't understand it, because it has liberation in its feel. With Afrobeats, I feel like Afrobeats accommodates now. People just want to bop their head and move a little leg. And I just feel like with reggae, you can't compare it, especially because I feel like a lot of reggae we listen to now is timeless reggae. It's reggae that our parents used to listen to. The Afrobeats that we listen to now is more modern, and it just accommodates what's modern. And I find what's modern, it's no substance.
But I find that to me, that is why it's also an unfair judgment, because you're comparing a genre that been existing for like years. Well, versus like I was having a conversation with somebody where like Afrobeats really pick up 2016, 2017. We're not even on a decade
but wasn't
good Afrobeats being out yet. But then, as you say, like, we don't understand pidgin, but a lot of songs, which I find very hypocritical of Burna, because he said that, but his whole African Giant album was dedicated to the liberation of Nigeria and what been going on in Nigeria specifically. And then I even see a TikTok where this boy was like, let me answer Buju. And he named like so many songs where they're talking about the struggle in Africa. Like the first one was even from Free Mind from Thames, where she talking about the struggle having to get up to go everywhere and like you having these big dreams, but you have to just get up and go to work. And then he named he was like, and I'm guessing to what my point is, he named from Burna Boy, he named Dangote, and then they have this one from Wizkid. Wait. I just was playing it before I come here. And it's like, if you really listen to that song, like he really talking about the struggle.
But I feel like the meaning gets lost in the footwork.
Ojo Legba.
Yeah, no, but I do. Ojo Legba. I love that song.
But a lot of Afro songs, I think people nowadays, I feel like we kind of the problem, because we listening because we just want to shake our legs.
That's why I say it gets lost in the footwork.
But you're not really listening to what they're saying, because they just have a line of pidgin, and then right after that is English, pidgin, English, and it's like, if you really take the time to listen to what they're saying, a lot of the times they are trying to like liberate and talk about what's going on. But to me, outside of that, liberation don't have to be always talking about coming from a conscious place of music. I feel like Afro just existing and being what it is now in itself is liberation, because Black people creating music, period.
And it also brings a level of happiness.
Exactly.
Like it really, that's why I feel like you need to kind of find your liberation tactic. Just like if you're a vegan, you need to know if you're going to use a shampoo or not. Is with Buju, I feel like with Buju, especially because they're the older generation. If you look at a lot of reggae artists who gonna speak on it, they're the older generation, because reggae is so rooted that they still there. And I feel like for them, liberation looks different than what it is now. But I do understand to a level where he's coming from, because like we say, the context gets lost in the footwork.
But also, no offense,
talk your shit.
Tell me how Jamaica liberated. Like, I really was like,
bye. I can't speak on that because I don't know enough of that too.
But no, like, I feel like they bring a lot of awareness to like what was going on in Jamaica, especially if you think of like the old school, like Bob Marley's and whatever. What he was talking about, and a lot of what they was talking about was even talking about what's going on in Africa and how
and that's what I think
Africa.
about.
But like, in general, like the crime rate in Jamaica is still wild. Apparently, there's no beach in Jamaica you could go to
because it's all taken up by hotels.
And the same Chinese coming and buying over the land is the same problem as in Nigeria. So it's like,
who you really liberating?
And also, tell me which reggae song recently also like in the mainstream like music. I don't know, maybe you know more.
Praise Jah in the Moonlight.
But like, I feel like if you're gonna compare something modern, because we just listen to a lot of old school reggae.
I just listen to a bit of modern reggae.
And they liberated in Jamaica.
I don't think they liberated in Jamaica, but they liberated me.
Exactly.
But I understand where you. And
I think, that's why I just like, I don't really, and I also really hate that we already having these diaspora wars against each other with African Americans versus Caribbeans.
And I really think you need to look at a genre.
Which is unfortunate because it's Caribbean people, by the way. Which is
I don't like this Caribbeans thing. Can you enlighten me on why the hell there's an S at the end?
Apparently people just illiterate.
Oh. Sucks for y'all.
Sorry, guys.
Sucks for y'all.
That's not what I mean. Because you wouldn't say like, what somebody come with a perfect example? Like you wouldn't
Well, we do say Americans, but then we say the Dutch or Dutchies, Spanish, Nigerians.
You don't say
No.
but it's like no.
But I never heard Caribbeans.
But Caribbeans is not a country. Caribbean is a place. Like
Facts.
even though
But
we
for
don't
them,
say
it's Jamaica. So yeah,
I guess, but like it's not. You don't make a place plural and consider the people. From
there's multiple
there.
Caribbeans. There's one in the
multiple-
Pacific Ocean. There's one in the Atlantic. There's one in the
Like,
Antarctic.
You can't do that. But
Yeah.
we're already having these diasporas, and I just feel like that's not conducive to.
And I feel like
what's
it's
going
just
on.
irrelevant in the sense of like what you say. You need to look at the genres too, because
Mm-hmm.
you could say reggae is liberating, but in the same breath, you have dancehall. And dancehall only liberating the poom poom. Like
Free the
truly,
pum-pum.
truly.
Yes.
So I just feel like you say, you can't compare the two genres.
No.
But I do understand where Buju's coming from, but I also understand that Afrobeats just shouldn't be in the
I
same
don't understand where you
conversation.
come from. I feel like he don't have much knowledge of Afro music.
It's true.
To be saying that, because if you're gonna literally sit down and be like, name me an Afro song, there's a lot of Afro songs where they're talking about it. I feel like, yeah, then you also listening to Afro with just.
But he had also named off old like Fela
you
Kuti and all of
naming
them.
old ones,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of new ones that are also really big on what's going on in Africa right now.
It's just
you
you're
know?
not exposed to it.
Exactly. And which is what me and my friend was talking about. He was like, a lot of what media pushing is not the ones that contribute to this conversation. It's just the
It's
ones
true.
where you could dance.
Bop.
But I just feel like in general, Afro been putting Africa in general on a map, and I'm a piano putter Africa
And
on
it's
a map,
liberating
and that
in its own
itself
way.
is going to be freeing,
Yeah.
you know. And I think way more people being exposed to the existence of these countries, whereas they're going to then pay attention more as to what's going on there.
Yeah.
And I feel like you gotta look at that long-term effect rather than having to always make conscious music to liberate the people.
I understand.
But I guess that's a very reggae mindset.
Exact. That's why I say, because it's the old heads.
Yeah.
I feel like modernly you can't have that same approach that we used long time
Yeah.
ago. I think reggae hits for us because we grew up with it. Our parents, whatever, they play it and whatnot. But nowadays, people don't listen to, at least from what I see, people don't listen to conscious music as much as it was before, and nor do they listen to much music with substance. And I feel like what Afrobeats does is it sprinkles the consciousness, and just enough for people to still pick it up, but vibe.
Same.
And I think that's the best way you're going to get somewhere. And like you said, they put an Africa on the map.
I
They've
want to
been
see
putting
where
Africa on the
Afro
map.
take Africa in
Yeah.
like 10 years, and then we could talk.
But why wasn't he upset that they're not giving credit to Jamaicans or something?
Yeah, because there's also ongoing debate that like a lot of Afro, like no,
Stems from
like modern Afro has these mixes of dancehall and like reggae.
Black Sheriff
Tuesday.
says that he uses.
Yeah, but I know like certain people I talk to, they don't like to give the credit to that either. But then if you talk to them as to what was really like popping in Africa and different African countries back then was dancehall.
Yeah.
Like before Afro blew up, they used to listen to a lot of dancehall in different
still
Africa,
do.
and they still do.
Yeah.
So then to me it's like natural. But what Buju was saying is that same drum that reggae and dancehall have, that comes from Africa in its sense. So to me, is we all stem from the same.
We just need to stop warring with each other and give each other a hug.
Yeah.
With a drum. Like honestly, 'cause it don't make sense. We need to start warring and seeing where what come from where, because at the end of the day we all come from Africa.
Come from the same.
And if Africa could recognize that we've taken things and twisted it a little bit, and if we could recognize that the source came from the source, I think we'll be fine.
We will be.
Like we will move on. But yeah,
I feel like you was gonna say something, but then it
it slipped and it ain't
slipped.
coming back because I've been trying.
Oh,
She
you've been
gone, GB gone.
I feel bad for my people.
I really feel bad for y'all. I saw a TikTok with a girl who was doing a makeup
And
tutorial,
then it went off.
and then it went off.
Sure,
I said
saw it.
no.
I saw it. It's unfortunate.
I hope y'all okay though.
Yeah, but we
And-
was also thinking that like a lot. We had noticed our views kind of went down because
Yeah.
GB was going so much.
GB come back. GB messing us up too. We
But
should sue them.
they say that they have the generators now and they have the things. They just have to install them.
Side note, because I know we're going into a closing. Are you see that thing where you can't sue Disney if you have Disney Plus?
Oh, our algorithms are starting to.
Yeah, no, it's
Align.
BTB. That's the only place I can watch TikTok.
Oh, but I seen it on my IG. My
Oh.
TikTok.
Yeah. I saw some woman got food poisoning or something.
Mhm.
And
In
basically,
Disney.
her man wanted to sue Disney.
Because she died.
But then there's a clause in the terms and we need to start reading them terms and conditions.
Would you
know?
though?
No, I would have AI summarize it for me. AI, let me know what are the most important clauses I should be aware
I
of.
feel like then they would probably still ain't gonna summarize those bits.
True,
know?
because no, I would say AI, make this readable for a 9-year-old.
But then would that still stop you from getting the Disney Plus app?
Yes, I would make my friend get it.
And then if your friend
I will sue Disney for them.
dies, that
Give me more details.
okay.
So basically, this woman and her man, she was a doctor. Was she a doctor?
she was anyway.
She was something.
Something.
She got severe food poisoning and, and the man wanted to sue Disney for
Because they was in
$50,000.
They was in Disney, the park.
yeah, they was in the park. It happened at the park.
And she asked, does this have any nuts in the food? And the woman said no.
And the man wanted to sue Disney for $50,000. 50, that's pocket change for them.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically turn back and say, you can't sue us because you have Disney Plus.
And apparently it is in the
Terms and conditions.
terms and conditions that you can't.
Disney, I think you're disgusting. And a lot of people going to cancel their subscription. If
For
y'all need a
sure.
legal website, got you
Yeah.
covered. But that's insane.
Yeah. But I was also thinking if I would really not get the subscription.
No, I wouldn't.
But technically I don't have Disney. Shout out to you, my
Yeah. Shout out to who have my Disney too.
Exactly.
But I wouldn't get even if say because I barely use the Disney. I use it if I can't find something on Netflix that I think is maybe on Disney instead. But then my sister have HBO, so I would go to HBO. By the way, I finally get an anime. I pay in for a Netflix animated Crunchyroll. It's like a anime version of Netflix.
But they have it in Japanese or they dubbing it?
They have it in Japanese. I'm gonna
Okay.
say they have it in so many languages because the website we're using.
It has crashed now.
Yeah.
And then.
Guys, we got on anime.
Okay.
I love
So
it.
but how much it is?
$9.99, but I can see if I can multiple devices, then you can use
okay.
mine.
Cool.
I think I
Then we could do
can. Yeah, I
We
think
could
I
do that.
can because then you could use mine.
Okay.
But
I
yeah.
was gonna say something, but now it also slipped my mind.
Aw,
But
things
yeah.
slipping on my mind today, guys.
That's fine.
Retrograde.
Mercury is retro.
I've been having
Oh,
wild dreams, guys.
my life has been wild. Wait, what happened?
I can't repeat some of these dreams.
Okay,
on the
we gonna do-
podcast,
this is a
but
BTS.
I've been, when I went Spain is when it started. I was like, was it because of Spain? But now I've been back almost a week. And it's been
I wish they had a camera on Kristen right now. 'cause
but like I also been dreaming very weird and I also dreaming about the most random people I haven't thought about
high key,
in
same.
years, and it's just so
You know, I dreamt about Omar from Love Island. We was in a whole ass relationship. It was such a good dream.
By one of the dreams I messaged you about, I was like, because Jody messaged me, and I was like,
Yeah.
I had to wake up and I had just dream about Jody, because I don't want to name names, but we were somewhere with somebody that we just talked to, and then the person turned into Ayo from Love Island, and Jody Jody and the person was having a discussion about, because Jody really wanted to like stand, and the person wanted to go sit for the concert. And then they was having a discussion about why it's better. And then the person just turned into Ayo from Love Island. And then I wake up and then Jody had messaged me already. And I was like, this is so weird. But I've been just having the most random
I wish
dreams.
Omar had messaged me.
I want to share.
You wrote them down?
Some of them,
I love that.
yes, because it was just like, like, yeah, I forgot to dream about this person.
You know, I used to have a dream journal. I should do it again, where I would like voice record my dreams as soon as I wake up.
I could tell this dream.
Yeah.
Because one of the people was on the podcast.
Okay.
So I dream I was home with my mother, and then in the dream, you have 2 extra children in the house. And you know when you just feel something in the dream, but it's not being said. So in the dream, I felt like there was my mother, 2 extra children that I don't know about. But like...
Black cake. Sorry.
It's carrying black cake. But then somebody knocked on the door, and when I opened the door, it was Short. And then he had on like a hoodie, and he was trying to hide himself and seemed like he was like distraught and homeless. And then after he took it off, like haha, like I just joking. And I was like, oh, you're really a comedian. But then it turns out that was his brother and sister that he didn't know about. And then I was just like,
Yo, send this to Netflix. What the
I
hell?
know the shoot can probably watch this and be like, what the fuck? But then, I don't know. And my brother was there, and then we all took a bus to MPC to go work. I don't know why we all had to go work at MPC, but we went to MPC to work. Even my mother had to work there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just been having a lot of... But I feel like, if you had to describe your dreams, because some people have like life-like dreams. Some people just have
My dreams
nightmares.
is same. I had a dream aliens invade Saba with Nutella. Like my dreams,
Rick and Morty type
and then I
dreams.
had to save the last bottle of Nutella because basically what they wanted to do was take away all the Nutella so they could use it to kill us. And then I was like, I have one bottle left, and I hid it under our phone company there at the bottom by the bank. And then all of a sudden the phone company became my house, and I was like, oh no, they're gonna come to my house and blow up my house, and all my family's in my house.
Yeah.
And then I took the Nutella and I ran with it. Yeah,
I feel like that's lifelike.
it is though. But there's aliens involved. Mine are more.
True, lifelike.
Oh, I hear it. Correction.
Mine's are yours.
But yeah, no, mine. Yeah, they're lifelike. They're just crazy.
Because I think some people just really dream. In my head now, everybody just dream
Of,
like
like-
actual life, like them existing and them being a character in the dream type thing. That's in my head. I don't know if that's true, but like you're
I never
dreaming
asked
about
them.
your house and like your island and da da da. To me, that's life. Like apparently, some people don't dream like that. Some people just actually always dream like nightmares, like with witches and like monsters and stuff like that.
Nah.
Whereas like I haven't really dreamed like that since being a kid.
Same.
Whereas now it's just way more like me existing now.
Yeah. I have that
But
too.
I'm with wild stories.
With wild stories like
Yeah.
Nutella.
Yeah.
But I don't really have nightmares anymore.
No, same.
But when you're a kid, I don't know if you learned this, but you gotta go back, sleep, and kill the person in a nightmare. Like when I was a kid, I would picture an ending for my nightmare, and the ending would always be good. So not per se kill the monster, but I would picture the monster being annihilated, like the monster just getting rid of it, and then I would keep thinking about that before I go back sleep, and then try to.
That's a
replay
must.
that
I hear the
dream.
opposite. That like if you wake up in the middle of night of a nightmare, you should go sleep thinking on lilies and sunflowers to think on something positive. So
The
you don't
monster
go.
probably laughing at me.
No, so you don't go back into the scary nightmare, but you dream something positive.
Oh, makes sense.
He went on YouTube right away. His one of the dreams was a nightmare. I went straight to YouTube looking for Psalms 23 and 91.
Wow, that nightmare shook you.
That's crazy.
Jeez.
You
I used
see?
to have a reoccurring nightmare after The Grudge came out that she was under my chair in my room, because I had a chair in my room and the chair was always full of clothes because I didn't fold my clothes. And I feel like that was my parents putting juju on me, so I fold my clothes.
You start following your clothes.
But it was a reoccurring dream as a kid, and I was like, nah, I can't deal with this.
That's I watching. We're gonna close off just now, guys. But the comedian Matt, he's a white guy that looked like a cartoon character, but he just be really funny. He was his literal comedian thing in that series was him really interacting with the crowd and basing his jokes off of what the crowd's saying.
Yeah.
So he asked him about the dreams, and apparently this lady 2 times a week she dreams she's running and a witch is chasing her, and she always have to either choose to jump off the cliff or face the witch. And she says she's been having this dream since she's like 13, and she's 40 something now, and she has it like twice a week.
And she's always jumped off the cliff.
She usually jumps off the cliff, and her husband was like, sometimes you have to lift her off the floor, because then she literally jumping off the bed. And it was I was like, I don't know if that's a deep sign.
Yeah, but go to a doctor.
I was like, I wouldn't want that kind of recurring dream.
No. But I would try face the witch as
She
much
says
as I can.
sometimes she has, but then the witch just faceless, and then she just end up jumping off, because like it's like nothing happening after she faced the witch.
They need a priest. They need to face a priest. That's crazy. Maybe somebody put a curse on her.
Could be.
Oh well, it's a great way to end the episode.
Yeah, guys.
Make sure you don't get cursed.
So like,
Comment and subscribe, otherwise you'll get cursed, guys. Just remember that. But yeah, I hope everybody's summer is lit and the vibes is still vibing. We really wasn't outside. We said we was gonna be outside. We stepped 1 foot outside. We went right back
The funny
inside.
thing is, I literally met Jody for the weekend when we were supposed to go outside, and we
It
just
was
stayed
like-
inside.
Yeah, and it was the best inside we
Yeah,
stayed.
with the cats.
with the cats and the clay. It was beautiful, guys. We might insert a little picture of our clay people here. But yes, thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, this was episode 40.
For if you know,
we have some things coming.
They coming.
We always say that. But just be patient.
Just be patient, just like we are. Okay, love you guys.
Bye.
See you bi-weekly on Tuesday.